In order to have a foundation, you need to have a skill. In order to make money, you need a skill. You always need a skill in order to do something, in order to be in the market, right? And in today's video, I'm going to tell you from my experience which skills really helps you in order to become successful, to have a foundation, to be in the market. So let's dive in and stay to the end, because it's going to be really realistic, really authentical, because I think some of the skills are just overrated and you don't need it anymore. But so many people talking about it. So yeah, let's dive in. I'm gonna start with the most important one, that I think it's the most important one, is selling. Like whether it's cold outreach or whether it's high ticket closing, whenever you learn to sell something, to close something, right? You start to learn that you're not actually selling, you just try to connect the emotions with your product and try to solve a problem, right? And that's so hard to understand, it's so hard to make it in practice, but whenever you get at the level of being a good seller, your thinking and your life generally will change completely, because whenever you sell something, you will immediately make money of it. So the most important skill that I've learned in my personal life is selling, and I really recommend you to learn how to sell. Whether it's a product, whether it's a service, you need to learn how to sell. And speaking of skills that are overrated, I think nowadays you don't really need to learn how to code. Like coding is one of the most overrated thing that I think it's like, you don't really need it anymore, because with Claude, with Manus, and a lot of KI, with a lot of AI tools that are represented now, you can do whatever you want. You can build an app with those things without really having coding knowledge. It's always good stuff. It's always a good thing if you have basic knowledge on coding, like how like to see where the problems maybe is, because coding is a lot of mistakes. But if you learn that, I think just learn the basic stuff, I would say, not really being an expert in it, because I think coding nowadays you can do it with AI. So yeah, I think it's just overrated. Another skill that brings successful people to very successful is storytelling. I think like that's the most underrated skill ever, because whenever you learn, like whenever the time comes when you know how to tell a story, that brings you automatically to very successful position, because you know how to tell stories, you know how to bring emotions, you know how to let people take actions, right? And whenever you can move something, then you can make big money of it. So I think storytelling, if you know how to storytell, you will be very successful in life, in personal, because whenever you do in life, whenever you know how to tell a story and bring emotions in it, and you can connect it with maybe your work or maybe your personal life, people start believing you. People start giving you money for whatever you're doing, because they believe in you. So storytelling is very underrated, so maybe it's your time to not underestimate it. Another skill that's not really important anymore is copywriting, right? I mean, with 2 years ago, I've heard from a YouTube star that copywriting is a very nice skill. That's something that people should learn, because it's something for the future. And nowadays, as I said, like with AI, you don't need to code or to copyright. Everything that you get from AI is in form of a text, right? You don't need it anymore. That's something that AI totally took over. A skill that I think that's something that I started with was editing, like to edit videos on CapCut back then, nowadays with Premiere Pro and stuff. But back then, I tried my first skill with editing, because I thought maybe it's the easiest skill that I could learn, actually. I thought selling, and I thought maybe storytelling is so hard to understand it, because it's something you have to understand it here. You have to understand it so completely in order to be great at it. But I think editing is just, if you just do it with time, you will get better automatically. But selling, it's not really the same thing, or maybe storytelling. It's like, I mean, the more you edit, the better you get, but the more you sell, it's not really that you get better at selling, or the more you tell stories, you get better at stories. It's not really like that. The more you try to sell, the more confidence you get in that place, but it's not, but it doesn't mean you're great at it, right? But I think for me it was very easy to edit. It was like the first thing that I did. So the other thing is marketing managing. I mean, like managing in general, like leading a team, maybe tracking some KPIs. That's something that I think it's also a very good skill. And especially for marketing managers, it's something, a good skill every company needs. Like, I mean, marketing is every company, but managing as well. Like if you can lead a team, track properly stuffs, that's something that companies really admire, because it's something that's very hard. It's something that's like you need to understand people. You need to learn how to lead a team. It's also so important because there are so many people out there who don't like to be who don't like to be led, who don't like to work for someone. So if you know how to lead people and to get them to work properly, it's such a huge and benefit skill for the companies. I think that's something, this acquires a lot of money. So like, I mean, I think that's brings a lot of money as well. Like if you start to manage, if you learn to manage a team, to a company, it's such a high skill. But it's also like, I think the most difficult skill from the list that I had already. Like I think that's the most difficult list, because you really have to understand people, you have to work with them, you have to calm them, you have to try to get them better, you have to understand the KPIs, you have to take decisions that only brings profits to the company. So whenever you do something that's not profitable for the company, you might lose your job. So yeah, it's a very hard skill, but when you can do it, when you start learning it and you're mastering it, you probably get a lot of money from it. So this video is probably not that long, but as I said, like these skills that I had, I mean, like all the skills that I will show you in the video, I think, in my opinion, the best skills that you can really learn, the skills that brings a lot of money. And I think like the most overrated skills are copywriting and coding, because I know this AI do everything. I mean, even the editing is part of them is also like AI, but as I said, like it's beginner friendly, and you can start with it. But the highest like C tips are selling, storytelling, and managing. So I think those skills are very good skills that you really learn in order to be in the market, in order to bring a lot of money, in order to earn money online. So yeah, if you like this video, subscribe my channel, like that video so far if you like it, and yeah, I see you the next week on Sunday, and have a good time.